How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you guys could please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do really enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all. Make sure you guys hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. Also, if you guys have any movies, TV shows, tabletop games, or video games you guys are interested in me covering here on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, we're talking positives and negatives, talking about the Chronicles of Riddick. This is the third Riddick movie, and it is rated PG-13. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes long, and this film came out in 2004. First off, I want to talk about the fact that there is a theatrical version of this, and then, of course, if you guys do get the Blu-ray version with all 4 movies, you can get the director's cut, and it adds about 15 minutes of the film. And it's kind of interesting. They said at the beginning of the director's cut that if you're going to watch this, there's going to be like a little black blur cut. And it kind of like is a signal showing you, hey, this is where we had to cut things in and out and splice things in digitally in order to make a theatrical version and then a director's cut. So it's kind of interesting that they say that, but I really never noticed it. So I guess good job for doing that digital add-in in 2004. So I would also say watch the director's cut. While it adds another 15 minutes to the runtime, I never noticed it. And because of that, I think it just adds more plots, characters, and cool moments to the overall story. The Chronicles of Riddick was honestly meant to kick off a franchise with Vin Diesel. And with Vin Diesel's fame after being, a cameo in Pitch Black and, of course, in Saving Private Ryan, when his fame finally came to a lot more mainstream audience attention with the Fast and Furious 1 movie, everyone was like, okay, we need to make more Pitch Black movies. And everyone really enjoyed the character of Riddick, and he's only one of the 3 characters that are still alive after the ending of Pitch Black. So they were like, okay, we need to make this into a franchise. We need to be able to compete with other, franchises that are starting up. So with that, Pitch Black kind of became the Hobbit movie in this franchise. And then the Chronicles of Riddick was kind of supposed to be like Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. And then that would mean we would get 2 more movies. Unfortunately, this movie just bombed at the box office. And I can understand why. Because Pitch Black as a concept is still a good film. And it's a good self-contained story. And that just, it's good on its own. It didn't need this gigantic galactic universe expanding sci-fi extravaganza to it. It was a very simple concept. Humans crash land on a ship. Humans are trying to fight for survival. There's alien monsters trying to kill them in the dark. One of the people can see in the dark. They try to get off the planet. The end. Simple, formulaic, basic, but it's fun action and it's cool to watch for about 2 hours. And that's all Pitch Black needed to be. That's all it was. And it worked. And it was perfect in that way. The Chronicles of Riddick just doesn't work. It doesn't work as not only trying to be a sequel to Pitch Black, but it fails to try to start up a universe because it's constantly, throughout the entire runtime of the movie, trying to do universe building upon Pitch Black, but it's also retconning and destroying characters, plots and events, and revelations from Pitch Black. So the film just almost forgets that Pitch Black basically existed. How do you do that if Pitch Black is supposed to be your Hobbit movie? The biggest problem is that they make it where Riddick has his night vision eyes, and instead of it being something that just happened when he was, in a prison, now it's just, I just have these because that's what my species Furies have? Huh? And the biggest problem is that Pitch Black never mentioned any of this. Now, a lot of people will chalk it up to the fact that when he said, I got these special eyes from prison, a lot of people was like, okay, he was just lying to everybody and trying to hide his identity. But I don't like that. I don't like how they've retconned that. And instead, now he's just some he's like the last member of his warrior species that has this feature on birth. I just do not like that retcon. And there's other retcons throughout the film. I don't want to go through them all. This video would be half an hour long, and I know for a fact you guys don't like those types of videos anymore. So I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible. The film's plot is extremely basic. It is even more basic than Pitch Black. At least Pitch Black had some cool like revelations and shock and awe moments. This film is very toned down in terms of plot revelations. Like, there's nothing that shocks you. Everything is by the books, basic numbers. Riddick is going to war against the people that annihilated his race, almost, or converted them, and he's trying to prevent them from doing it to other planets and species. There are some interesting thrills. There are some interesting action moments. But as trying to kick off a franchise, the Chronicles of Riddick doesn't do it. I mean, even watching the director's cut, the ending of this movie sucks. The ending of this movie leaves you with so many questions rather than answers. And the fact that audiences had to wait 9 years between 2004 and 2013 to get any sort of answers to their questions as to like what happens next. That 9-year gap, I'm sure for diehard Riddick fans, was terrible. And I think that's why the movie also bombed at the box office, is because it didn't have a proper conclusion. A lot of things were just completely left open. And nobody was sure, okay, it feels like they're trying to do universe building, but they're doing constant retconning. And they kill off the two other characters that were with Vin Diesel at the end of Pitch Black. This movie, while it's trying to be Fellowship of the Ring, it feels like Alien 3, where it's trying to kick off another chapter in the Riddick franchise, but they kill off everybody except for the main character that survived the ending of Aliens. So, yeah, I there's some fun moments in this movie, but overall, I just don't care. I don't care. I still think Pitch Black is still a very good movie on its own, and this universe building stuff is just unnecessary and pointless. I'm going to watch Riddick. I will have a review out for that. I'm kind of curious to see how they end everything. There are talks that they're going to do another one coming out in 2024. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. If it does, I will review it. So I'm going to give the Chronicles of Riddick a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Look forward to more videos and streams out soon. Bye, guys.